Yeah, it's a new thing that actors are producing films now. Because we are a little more open to the Western cinema of late. Some of us have decided to make films at least technically as nice as the Western cinema. The content being Indian, bring it here. When you tell that to a regular producer, no, we don't want to make a film for the Western audience. We just want to make a film which runs here and makes us money. So it forced us, or sort of made us move towards producing films.
You know, playing a Tavaif, and that too a nice, good Tavaif, has always been kind of poignant and poignant. People like that little contradiction about a Tavaif who's a good Tavaif, because she's supposed to be someone who doesn't have values in life, and yet here she is, a very feeling, thinking kind of a woman. I think that in itself is very challenging and very interesting about Chandramukhi. I guess for Chandramukhi, this was the first time in her life she meets a man who doesn't want anything from her, who doesn't even want to look at her, you know. And I think something about that also is very fascinating for her. And she falls in love with him totally and completely, even when she knows that probably she'll never be loved back. And yet the same man is in love with, so much in love with someone else. I think that is also one of the reasons why she falls in love with him, because there's a lot of love in him, and she sees the intensity with which this man loves that woman, you know. And for the first time in her life, she sees love and she feels love.
She's fragile and yet has this innate strength, which shows itself at various times in the film. She is a woman who is in a way fighting a losing battle, because she's nurtured this love since childhood for Devdas, since childhood. That's why I call her child woman, because for a kid to recognize that this is the man that she loves that early in life, has to be a woman a woman very early, to have recognized this emotion and live with it for the rest of her life, and as strongly as she did, almost unconditionally. And when they grow up, and I mean that's almost depicted by this, well, it's because this film was set in a different time, in a different period. It's got its own innocence, it's got its own, which probably today's generation might turn around and find charming almost, you know. It's enchanting to think that these lovers actually nurtured this for the duration that they did. It's almost symbolic in the way she has literally held this torch for years. She literally lights a diya, and she keeps that flame alive.